My bad.
I was late.
I thought I had my camera on. We are back for the second part of Casual Convo Show. You watch us across around the world, the Africa, England, the UK, here in Asheville, Baltimore, Maryland, California, wherever you are. Thank you for tuning in. We are the Casual Convo Show. Watch it every Wednesday, 8 to 10 p.m. Ham radio, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, Spotify. We are everywhere, but not everywhere at once. I'm the co-host, Boscoe from the Bronx, and I got my host. She's going to say 2 words. Coco's in the building.
We is big, yo. I gave you more. I gave you more than 2. Don't do me.
Give me a sentence. We are talking about. We doing some reviews. We did the first hour. We did Files on the Unexpected on Netflix. You gotta watch that show. It's a good show. It's 8 episodes. We did 4. We're gonna probably do the other 4 next week. Watch it. It's good. Make sure you watch episode 2 because it's gonna have you rolling. We're about to do 3 Bodies. Coco's gonna take the reins on this one because I gotta watch it. I didn't get a chance to watch it,
but before that, I want to do the Rico trial because it's hilarious.
Oh, we'll do the Rico then.
Yeah,
do the Rico.
We just gonna go live and do that one day. We're gonna go live one day and do that because I'm trying. It's the key. I can't believe this is really happening in the judicial system.
Yeah,
but we gotta do that. So, did you even watch one episode?
Mm-mm. I was getting ready to, but I didn't want to start it and then,
Am I going?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Am I going to ruin it for you?
No, I'm gonna watch it anyway.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, 3 Body Alive. It's pretty much. It's about like a group of really smart, highly intelligent. I don't want to say scientists, but they are like scientists. They create like formulas. They be in the lab. So they doing like one of them. She was creating this prototype, like a something like a nano something, right? So she was making this whole project. So they were all going into how, it shows us how smart they are. They are like highly intelligent in different areas, but they all work for like this company to develop these prototypes for like futuristic, things. So she was working on this prototype. So all of a sudden, all of these strange things, the closer that it was getting to being successful, certain things started happening, like people started like dying. First episode, it's like these numbers would come, like only they could see it. Like she would see like a countdown. So the person before her that saw the countdown, when the time ran out, they died, and it was because they were getting closer. It was her team that was helping her with this prototype. So mind you, it was like it was worth a lot of money. Like it would have been sold across the world. I can't remember exactly what it was for, but it was pretty much something that was futuristic. It was like a futuristic technology or whatever.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so she gets scared, so she shuts down the prototype, and the numbers go away. Right. So all of a sudden, so all the other guys, so it was one guy liked her, and it was like a whole bunch of stuff. So she had like this boyfriend, all of these things, whatever. So long story short, she they started. It was a game. It became this like headpiece, like throughout the murders, because it's always a detective that works on the cases and all of this stuff, right? Yeah. So the detective, they found this how that they got the virtual glasses for the game, the virtual game.
Yeah.
But you put the glasses on, it's like you in real time, and you can box, you can play tennis and all that stuff.
I want some of them too. Yeah.
So this one was like a chrome. It was like a helmet. So each crime scene had this helmet, but they were all people that work for this company. So the company was really like a popular company, mind you, they're really smart, wealthy, great families, all of this stuff. So the one guy found the crown. They kicked him out of the game. It was like they kill you, like cut his neck, whatever. Boom. So the one little Asian girl, I can't remember her name, she put the helmet on. So the helmet, it's like you think it's a game that goes level 1. So when she had it on, it took her into she was like in a desert. Come to find out, she was greeted by like 2 people. It was a child and then an older person. The goal is to save the child.
Yeah.
So, but it's really, you're in another dimension, in another world.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she has no clue of what's going on in this game. So she goes through all of this stuff. So the little girl dies. right?
Yeah.
And she takes off the helmet because everything is like really, again, it's like virtual reality. Everything is so
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
So then, after she does that, so she puts the helmet on again. It becomes addictive. So the other lady's like, "Don't wear the helmet," like, because everybody like, "What is the helmet?" Nobody knows what this helmet is symbolizes.
Yeah.
And so she continues to play the game. She's like, "Oh, I get it. I got to save the girl." So she's completely oblivious to what is really going on
Yeah.
in the game. So by, let's say this is going on, she's playing the game. She's got to save the girl. So each time they was like, "Okay, you have tried to each time she figure out what she did wrong, she still
Hmm.
goes to the next level. But she's also really, really smart. She understands science and data.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the whole time, come find out what they're doing is the more she figures out, they're taking from her brain her
Mm.
intelligence.
Hmm.
So come find out she's actually interacting with alien life through the
Oh.
day. So they're
Yeah.
like, so she's like, "Oh, is this what you really look like?" They look like us, right? So I was like,
Yeah.
in my mind, I'm like, "I knew they look like us. I knew it. I knew it." So the lady like, "Oh no, this is for you, because if you really know what we would look like, you would be scared." So,
Dang.
and it kind of gave her the breakdown, like, you're
Hmm.
in this realm of the world, or this is and the third. And it was like people were burned alive, and then there was this
Yeah.
one thing where people would be like sun dried, and then when they
Yeah.
went into the water, they would come back to life. It was like it was really weird, but it was
Yeah.
like, oh wow, this is interesting. So she kept going through each level, but I kind of jumped the gun and told y'all what it was about. But each level, she didn't understand. She just thought I have to save the girl. I had to
Hmm.
save these people. But she was trapped in this game. All they wanted her to do was keep playing because they wanted her because she was
Hmm.
smart. So when anybody else put the helmet on, they would cut their throat and make them take the thing off because they, like I said, they thought it was real,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. So one of the people from the game was actually in real life. So what they did was they hypnotized the whole population of people, where people on Earth were really like they're coming. They were like helping them out, and they had a hidden society of people
Yeah.
among the population of other people. And it was like this one lady who was like one of the top scientists in like the world at the time, and she was kind of in charge of navigating the whole project. Hey Lisa.
What's up, Lise?
So because she was in charge of the project, nobody would think it was her that was actually setting everything up for the invasion
Yeah.
of people. So the girl who the first lady who was developing a prototype that they wanted to stop, they wanted the prototype stopped because that's how they wanted to control Earth. So without, they needed her to stop doing what she was doing because they would find them and stop their technology. So their whole thing was this particular world that was using a helmet, they didn't have the technology that we had. They were behind us, but they could
Hmm.
connect to other worlds that had high technology that wanted us to stop. And I was like, holy shit. So anyway, when she finds everybody tried a little hat on, it didn't work. So then one of the guys, he found another hat, so they both put the hat on because she was like, "I need your help because I got to save the little girl."
Hmm.
So he goes in there, he like, "Holy shit, who are these people?" So that's when the lady comes in again, and she's telling them their mission and what they need to do. While, and mind you, they thinking it's just a game at this time. They really didn't get the whole gist of it. I kind of gave it away, but this is the middle piece. So she goes into the game, and they both in the game, and they were trying to put him out the game. She was like, "No, no, no, wait, I need him, I need him." So they kicked everybody out, but the lady who was inventing the prototype, because she was like, "No, we don't need you," because she was more intelligent than the other one, and they knew she would have pieced together before they got what they needed from the other one. So anytime somebody put these helmets on, they drained your knowledge. They wanted to see what you see so they can predict your next move of how they can control you. So they use the technology that we had in the video game feature to control our minds and to manipulate. But then it was one, they killed the one lady because she could make herself disappear from the camera because she was not from here. it was like you would see it and then she would be gone. And all you could see was the people dying and all of this stuff. And she was like lighting cigarettes and everything. So I say that to say when we was talking about the first one, remember that episode when they was talking about when he was like the eyeball and the scanning thing?
Yeah.
It made me think about the show
Yeah.
because they put the helmet on.
Yeah.
It was like a scan of your brain.
You know what it kind of reminds me of? I don't know if you've seen this movie Strange Days.
No.
Is with Angela Bassett and oh, what's his name? I can't remember. They put it reminds me of that, but it's different. I'm gonna check it out tonight though.
Yeah, but when she killed the boy,
yeah,
I ain't gonna tell you which one. The one that went in, well, the one that went in the game with her. He
yeah.
They went postal. But then when they thought that they had them where they wanted them and they was ready to invade, because their thing was they manipulated them to think we're going to come and help you. So the one guy, when he said something about the only thing that they didn't like were liars. So if you lied to them, they would kill you. So when the one guy said every human lies, so he was like, so you guys just lied a lot. So he was like, I mean, yeah, like it's just like we tell maybe like little white lies. So she said, oh, well, we don't need you anymore because now they got everything that they needed, and they were like, we just want to annihilate every human being and just take over Earth. And they straight, it was like crazy. They was coming through like wrecking balls, and then they had like these little like not atoms. They created like four what did they call them? Something. Four. They look like little atoms.
Yeah.
So it was like one big one, and then it separated into four, and then they could send them wherever they wanted to go to different continents. And but it could expand where so it could cover the whole sky. And what? No, this is what they said. This is what they said. This is what they said. This is why I was like, oh, this is real because we talked about it before. It's coming to me. It's coming to me. It was a part where the lady was like, when they was talking about the atoms, she said we can create an illusion and make you see what we want you to see. And you know, a lot of times, like we were talking about who cloned Tyrone.
Yeah.
When they were saying, do we live in a what's the word? What's another word for illusion? If we live in a
alternative universe? No.
something like that. Like
parallel universe.
A parallel, right.
Okay.
So it's like we're inside the fishbowl, they are on the outside. So they said we know what you're gonna do before you do it. We control you. And then they show how the thing covered the whole globe and sky. And I was like, bruh. Who keep making this stuff up?
Look here. It's not being made up. That shit happening.
So look, the next thing you know, right after I watch it, they was like, oh, the solar eclipse going to start. And I was like, they're going to universe. Listen, and it was crazy because if you see, please watch it. I think it's like episode 5. It's right before it gets closer to the end where they talk about, and it gets so deep. And that's when the lady reveals that what you see is an illusion. I want you to see what I want you to see because I can do that. I'm controlling your mind. And all because what they said, pretty much saying the human race on Earth can be manipulated. And pretty much they control us with these little things and we're under a blanket.
Yeah.
And that's why I told you can't tell me this something ain't the math is mathing.
Hey, Felicia's trying to get in.
Who's Felicia?
The one that the brownies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's trying to get in. She just texted me. She said
she's Lisa, we talking about we doing a review of a Netflix show. The three body problems. We did the unexplained earlier. So we doing something a little different this week. Because I've been watching that's been interesting. Did he see you? Did he hear you?
So what?
You probably got to type it. Did he hear you?
Who?
Rich, can you let Felicia in, please? Think back to yes. Karen is absolutely right. She said, think back to Total Recall, Terminator, all of those
That's what I
things.
think with
When
Total
trying, yes.
That's what I think about Total Recall. I
Hmm.
was like, it was another movie too, Total Recall, because they put him on the thing and laid him down. They had to, yeah,
Yeah.
Total Recall. Yep.
And
I think Total
I
Recall
Robot,
is is on the Pentagon thing also.
for real.
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay, can we get back to this transformer though? I need to get help me.
No, for real. Cause see, when I was when I was watching the thing on the Breakfast Club with Candace Owens, they were talking to her, and she was like, "That's what she mentioned about the Pentagon having influence on a lot of movies." She said they have their own little department where they basically have to say so in certain movies. And the Transformers, she said, go to that thing. All the movies they had something to do with. It's a whole list of them. She said, she mentioned the Transformers. No, I think Charlotte mentioned the Transformers, and she said, yeah, she said it's on the list, and she said they had something to do with that. Yeah, it's about 400 movies, man.
because
I'm
that
gonna try to get it and post it in the link.
because they definitely pushing robots and AI and everything else, and we just looking at it like, oh, this is cool, easier, and all. Man, listen, watch Three Body Problem, especially
But
when they start talking about when they show the cubes. It's four cubes. When you get to the episode with the four cubes, it's four cubes. Them
let me
damn
see.
cubes, brick. They them it's one. They bricking the four. When the
Yeah.
one, and then it was like when she breaks down where they send them, and they hold on
Mhm.
to one. That's the central one that it brings back all the information, and they push
Here it
out
is.
what they want.
I found it. It's called the Pentagon Department for Hollywood. U.S. Department of Defense.gov.
The what? Pentagon what?
Department for Hollywood. It's at the U.S. Department of Defense.gov. Look at the hiccups. How and why the DoD works with Hollywood. It's at their official site too.
Hmm. Oh,
I'm
he
going to
said he
share
don't.
it
He
into the
said he
link.
don't see her. You gotta tell her try again.
Okay, that one came up before 4, but they must have got him hit it. They must have hit it now after Candace Owens said something. Because now they got a 404 thing up there, but
Oh, the
it's
error
okay.
message. Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
everybody probably was trying to get in there.
Uh-huh. But
Just
it's
like
okay because see, Wikipedia got the movies listed already.
they did the same thing with House of Congress. You know, remember
Yeah.
the House of Congress website where you could look at the families,
Yeah.
the four
Yeah.
families that run the world.
Yeah.
You can't find it no more.
Uh-uh. That's our government. People say, oh, government. That's our government.
Yeah, Karen is hidden in plain sight until we get wind of it, and then it
Yeah.
disappears.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find another one. Oh, here it is. Hollywood meets the Pentagon. There we go. Yeah. And this is why people, and I'm talking to the conspiracy theorists and all these so-called woke niggas and know everything. This is why y'all have to pay attention to the government and stop saying, I don't listen, I don't watch the news, I don't do that. Because see, stuff like this you don't know about. You only speculate, but you don't know. You got to be in the know. Because, and I'm not, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to boost Candace Owens. Oh, go, I like to have her on the show. That'd be pretty dope. We had an interviewer. I'm not trying to boost her, but this is why
You could get it before me.
I'll try. For real, I will hit her up. In fact, I will. I'll try to hit her up. I like to get her on here. That'll be our lick right there. That'll be our lick right there. But see, and I'll say this, and I don't care. And I'm at the point where I'm like Stephen A. Smith. I don't care what our people say about me. The thing is, because we feel somebody's not black enough or whatever, we don't listen to the person. And
Hmm.
I'm like, what is being black enough? Because like it goes back to the saying how if we speak with good grammar, we're seen as speaking white. It's like I don't understand.
I was told it's my work voice.
Yeah,
But this is the thing. When the thing that bothers me about statements like that is if a person uses proper etiquette
Mm-hmm.
and English, so to speak, why is that a bad thing? It's like
Thank
we knock each other for things that we should celebrate. That someone can
you. Mm-hmm.
communicate on a different level to
Mm-hmm.
project the message in a way that it needs to be projected to a
Mm-hmm.
larger audience or scale of people. Instead
Mm-hmm.
of just like I can get up here and I can talk slang all day long, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, at certain points, I don't think it's some people will look at it as selling out or doing something, or she trying to act white, or this is in the third. No, it's not that. All
Mm-hmm.
space certain you should be able to conduct yourself in each space.
Right.
And I guess it may be a Gemini thing because we can adapt to different environments. But
Easy.
however, we always talk about wanting to be heard. But if you can't articulate yourself in a way that you can communicate your message where it can be understood amongst a group outside of your immediate circle. And I think that's another thing, not to jump, I know I just jumped real bad,
No,
but I
you
think
good.
part of the problem with that is why people can't expand their vocabulary
Mm-hmm.
and change the way they talk is because a lot of us don't travel or see different other parts of the world. So all we
Mm-hmm.
know is our intimate environment.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's the only people that you think you can socialize with. And so the social scope that we have a lot of times is really minute instead of diverse.
You know what?
And
My
I didn't
mother.
understand how important diversity really is until recently.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, I always knew it was important, but when it's broken down in ways, I think everybody should be knowledgeable of in order to have inclusion, which is something that we always say we want. You
Mm-hmm.
have to understand diversity. You also have to understand the importance of understanding other cultures, other
Mm-hmm.
people, and how to socialize and communicate. Socializing and communicating is like two totally different things. How you
It
interact and
is.
everything, not socializing. But in order to
Right.
be able to communicate is a little bit different.
How you
But
articulate yourself.
you need to have those things in order to really be well rounded
Yeah. And you
and
know,
to be inclusive ways though people is willing to listen to you and receive you. You don't have to go against your culture, but you can bring your culture to them. And I'm not saying that somebody take your culture, but
right.
when you can get understanding, I think it means a little bit more. Like for example, um, you can tell we on this in school, right? I literally was this was one of my discussion questions like last week or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
one of the examples that I use for an experience for me was like years ago when I worked in peace. And I think that was one of the first times I worked with multiple cultures because I did like we had like a
Mm-hmm.
resident clinic. So they were from like India, Asia, Pakistan, Japan, Korea,
Yeah.
wherever. They were there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So some of the things in the lunchroom is where the magic happens. So it went from separation to certain questions where I had to understand don't take offense to a question like the questions of hair, the questions of
Yeah.
foods, question of certain things like smells. I'm like, your food stink. Like what's
Yeah.
that? It has but instead of saying this thing, I can say it has a unique smell,
Yeah.
right? Because to them it could smell good. It's just not what we used to.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess how I got introduced to different foods. But it was more authentic foods because the people were from those countries were making the foods and introducing me to those things. So when they started asking questions about hair, about food, about certain things that we do, and they were like, "Why y'all always like to cook and bring in stuff?" Because that was how we showed each other appreciation. You know how every job you want to have a potluck, especially within
Yeah. Oh yeah.
things. So what we did
Oh yeah.
was we made it international potluck way, so everybody bought a dish from from their country,
Mm-hmm.
and we
You
swapped.
know. Yeah. You know something. With me, I always say I'm one of those who benefited from a classical education. I don't feel bad about the education I got. Grew up in New York. You know, they took us to like different plays on Fifth Avenue. We went to, we seen Raising the Sun, we seen Cappy, we seen all that stuff. But when we did field trips, we had to come back, and the next day we had to do a thing on it. And I said, that's the classical education I got. I got a chance to go to the Guggenheim Museum and all the Hammerstein and all that stuff, and seeing plays and all that Nutcracker and all that stuff. And it's like, I don't have an apology for it because it taught me a lot. But see, like I said, my mother was born, and Wendy made a point about reading. Exactly. Because like when I was young, when Malcolm X came out, was like 90 something, and I saw how he read the dictionary. That from that day point forward, I still got a dictionary, pocket size. I would read a dictionary from A to. I never got through the whole dictionary, but if I saw a word I already knew, I just skipped it. But that's how I kept reading the dictionary word for word, like because I want to expand my vocabulary. I got in my 30s. People said, "Boy, you talk white." No, I don't talk white. I talk educated. Like I got some sense. And see what I see, and me moving from New York to here, we have one section of black people who are like, let's go forward. And you got the others who say, now we ain't got to be like that. We can stay hood. We can stay hood. You're going to die in the hood then. Because that's all you know is hood. I mean, I didn't grow up in the hood in New York, but where I lived at, you get blasted. You know what I mean? It wasn't the projects, but you still get blasted because back then it was Italians who ran things. And we seen what they did to people. And as the time went on, the Jamaicans started taking them. Jamaicans and Puerto Ricans started taking as gun caps everywhere. But what our people, we think educating ourselves is assimilating. There's nothing. If I'm going to assimilate with education, so be it, because I want to be smart. I want to be able to talk to different people where they say, okay, I know exactly what you said. It's not talking white. When I came down here, that's what people said. You talk white. You talk white because of my accent. No, my mother, who was born and raised here in Asheville, North Carolina, like most of my relatives, or elder relatives, were born and raised right here or even further south. Going back to slavery. Huh?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Because I know you mentioned like the dictionary and those things like that. So, we had like the thesaurus, the encyclopedia.
So, yeah.
You can't find those today. Do you think that has also changed? Because I'm only asking because when was it Wendy mentioned understanding. So one thing that we had to do for comprehension when we were learning to read, you had to do your summary to make sure you understood what you read. So what I'm noticing now, and working in the community is a lot of us can read words, but we don't understand the words that we read. But because you can read the word, I can read,
but no comprehension.
And don't have a clue what's going on or an alternative word to use because we quick to look online. And I think that's always been my my debate when it comes to online and being lazy. I think the research, the message is a little different than when you look it up, because then you can go a little bit deeper and maybe really understand how to use the words that you say.
I think with I think the internet is good, but I think it made people easy because it's like people see the first thing and say, okay, that's it. It's just like when they see a video, they try to prove their point. They type in first thing pop up. Yeah, that's it. And I have so many people that shared stuff with me who didn't even watch the video. And I'm like, yo, do you know what you just sent me? They're like, yeah. I said, nah, you might want to watch that video again, because that's the difference between reading a book and read something online. People see a headline. So-and-so did this. They read the article. They got to keep in mind these headlines are just to grab your attention so you can read the story that they might have written. And it may not even be accurate. But if you go get that book, I don't care what the cover says, you're going to read the book because the cover could say how to kill a nigga. But you're going to read the book like, for real? That's why I used to tell my nephew, I said, the reason you go read books because that's the final word.
Yeah.
To where if you go online, I can say, yo, go to these niggas stole my TV.com. They talking about this. You go read it. Like, yo, they added some more stuff. And what it is, they could have changed a whole lot of wording in that. Because see, people don't even look at the last edited thing. A lot of pages says last edited on especially Wikipedia. People don't read that. They just read headlines.
Mm-hmm.
Anything I put on Facebook, when I share it, I'll always post something in the article to show I've read the article. This is an excerpt. People are lazy.
And it's different levels to English. I get into
Yeah.
debates a lot of times with,
Mm-hmm.
people like, that don't go. You have to write something. And then someone says, no, you should put this. And I'm like, no, that's right.
Yeah.
It's so many different levels of what the correct English,
Mm-hmm.
most people would say is incorrect.
Right.
Because if you only stay right there. So even also, alternate, like reading different things on different levels, you'll
Mm-hmm.
see the difference in how it's written
Mm-hmm.
on an intellectual level, and then
Mm-hmm.
it'll also change your whole concept. Because
Mm-hmm.
people say a lot about continuing education. The one thing I can say,
Mm-hmm.
I might not do it up here, but I ain't stupid. I promise you, I can
Right.
pronounce words.
Oh, yeah.
But the
The
English
field you're in.
language is actually, it can be complicated.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they look for certain stuff depending on which level of English that
Mm-hmm.
you're in. And then what is it called? What is it called? Um Not, is it philosophical? Like Socrates, it sounds weird.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah. Philosophical. Yeah.
That's like one of the highest levels of Lawrence Fishburne is there.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
everybody talks about how he speaks, but he's actually speaking in correct English. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like a higher level of English that I ain't trying to reach, honestly, because
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and it's just amazing. So a lot of times, like, don't knock people. Sometimes we can teach each other certain things, and it's nothing wrong with correcting somebody if you don't. But don't judge
People.
somebody for being better or not being staying stuck where they are. And a lot of times, like, we talk about, like, for instance, traveling.
Yeah. I was going to
You're
say
talking to
that.
somebody who don't travel, and they're like, "Oh, I don't want to go to the same place everybody want to go.
Mm-mm.
I don't." And I
You know
noticed,
what?
like, when one place get hot, like first when everybody was on Miami, right? Then
Yeah.
everybody was like, "I'm going to Atlanta." Everybody want to go to Atlanta. Oh, I'm going to Mexico. I'm going. Everybody want to go to Jamaica. Do y'all know what's other places?
And I tell a lot of people that, and that's why um I see Karen. I ain't paying Karen no mind. She's starting stuff.
I'm always being Pacific, Karen. You know I get Pacific all the time.
Karen trying to cause problems. But
You know where
that's why.
Pacific came from, right?
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
um, that's why when I say with the military, I said I'm glad I went, because I don't even know if I would have traveled the world had I not been in the military. And I
mhm.
seen, like, so I went to Spain, went to England, went to Panama, went to
Oh, what was that
Switzerland.
like?
But Panama,
Hmm.
Panama's nice, man. Well, we in the military, it's a little different, but Panama's nice, man. It's hot, sweltering. We was in the jungle, but we had a little R&R, so we were able to go to the beach and sit in the water all day.
I'm sorry, one real
Storage,
quick. I just
rice,
thought about
and
something.
spells, just like they talk, like exactly.
No, but I'm a funny story.
Hmm.
Wendy, now that you said that, okay, you said now this generation writes and spells just like they talk, like this, that, etc. The ARD, I can't stand. My kids do that all the time. They be like, all right, what the fuck is that? Anyway, funny story.
Don't
When I
say none of
first
that.
went back to college for my bachelor's,
Yeah.
first class, you know how you read something and it might be a funny.
Yeah.
I put LOL.
Yeah.
So I didn't know it was against the rules.
Yeah.
And professor was like, we don't text talk
Yeah.
in class. I was about to be like, bitch, what? You gotta talk.
Yeah.
But instead of that, so what she
Gotta
did
write ha
was
ha ha.
you you can write you can say something like that was funny, or I
Oh, they
enjoyed
let us
the
put
part.
ha ha. We just
Yeah.
couldn't.
So
We
it's
couldn't
like
put
you have
LOL
to
on.
really have a conversation, because you're
Yeah.
not gonna, oh my god, LOL. You might be like, oh, that was really funny how you said da 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 da, and then you go into explaining your why. But I was LOLing and PPLing. I
Yeah.
didn't feel like writing all that stuff, and they was like, "No, we want everything
Mm-hmm.
completely written out," and that's why I was like, "Damn."
My mother, when we was coming up, and this goes back to traveling, my mother told us, you need to speak to be heard. She wouldn't let us speak slang in the house. That's why even with now, I don't say much. I might say dead ass, but I don't. I've never been. I don't know. I've never been a person to say this, that, none of that, because I remember when I was coming up, it's like late 70s. Back then, when you spoke like that, you were seen as ignorant. They had it
But
on
hey,
TV.
all
This,
this
that,
Baltimore came out when I
them.
came back.
You know. Yeah. So I never spoke like that because my mother told me if you speak like that, and this is back like 70s, 80s, if you speak like that, that's how you're gonna be. So I never got into the real hardcore street slang, because I didn't want to speak like that.
Hmm.
And like I say, it goes back to traveling. And when I got out the military, I went back to Germany, and I was like, man, and those places like that, you get to see things differently. When you come back home, you're like, damn, it's a whole different life. You know, our people need to travel more,
Yeah, just
save a
become
little
more
money and
more
travel more.
more, more diverse, and then
Yeah,
because and I think that's why we also get um
but Coco, you don't even
afraid of
have to
like
go.
gentrification
You don't have to
because we
go.
don't. Hmm,
You said because we don't what?
because we don't know how to be diverse or how to coexist
Well,
in a diverse environment
we
because we get so stuck with that. But you
yeah.
gotta learn that we'll run from it
Mhm.
and be like, oh, they pushed us out. No, stand in it and include yourself.
You know what? When I go out of town, like if I go to Savannah, if I go anywhere, I always stop at a small town. It's a little town in Georgia called Lavonia. Lavonia. Small town. I always stop in there. And that's why I always chill. I'll stay there for 3 or 4 hours after day because you're away from the city and you're away from home. No one knows you. You get to see it. You get to talk to different types of people. So now when I go through that town, if I'm going to Georgia, they know me. Like, yo, what's up, New York? What's up, New York? Yo, what's up, man? Da, 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 da. And people, you don't have to go to Miami, Charlotte, New York, Boston. You don't have to go somewhere away from those towns. Take a ride to the Midwest. If you're in the Carolinas, go to Tennessee, go to Ohio, go 12, 13, get yourself a nice room and just chill.
Hmm.
You get to meet a whole lot of different type of people. And when they hear you, like they hear me, my accent when go down further south, Texas, Louisiana, whatever. It's like, yo, what's up, man? You from New York? Yeah. I'm like, yeah. I eat it up. Of course I do. But yeah. What's up, man? Da, da, da. And the love you get to see a whole different type of people.
Hmm.
That's what our people need to do.
Yeah, get
Meet more,
out.
get especially here. Ooh, and people here in Asheville say, "Oh, he hate Asheville." No, I don't hate Asheville. I hate y'all because y'all are so stuck in one thing. Y'all, I know what I'm saying. And don't get me wrong. This is my family roots are here. My family roots are here. But the people I meet here, black people, I love them, but they are stuck in one mentality. And if you try to tell them, "Yo, do this," nah, man, we're from Asheville. We ain't do this. Nigga, you don't own Asheville. They're trying to kick you out of here. Go somewhere else and visit. Just go visit somewhere.
Mhm.
But they so stuck. It's like my mother told me. She said, "Look, these people ain't never been nowhere, so they don't understand what life is. They so emotional."
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Ricefield
I told
Beach,
you every time I
exactly.
talk about
Mhm.
Iceland, I like what's that? Like I was like I got some like younger.
Iceland is beautiful, man.
I got some younger coworkers, and they kind
Iceland,
of they
beautiful
come
place.
and they talk to me. So they was like, Iceland, why you want to go to Iceland? What's in Iceland? I'm like, it's a place,
Beautiful. Iceland,
agriculture,
beautiful.
the world,
Beautiful.
museums. So they like, why would just go to Jamaica? No, I'm not going. No.
Go
I
to
said, how many
Iceland.
times you been there? And usually people, I don't want to recycle the same place when there's so many other places to explore. And she was like, it's cold. How you know when you ain't never been?
Summertime in Iceland and Greenland is beautiful.
Beautiful. Thank you. And I was
Yes,
like, I'm
Norway.
going.
Them Nordic countries, Norway, all that stuff in the summertime.
Beautiful. And I was just like, no, I said, I'm going to have the
Yeah.
experience. And then I was like, in a couple of years, I'm gonna go to the pyramids. You now you just doing too much. That's how they be. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
wait, I'm like, okay,
Doing
so give me
They
your
ain't doing
list.
enough.
Huh?
Enjoy your. I said, no, we ain't doing enough. We need to enjoy ourselves.
Listen, that's my bucket list. But
Yeah.
then I use that as, but instead of me knocking them, I use them as teachable moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like now it's an open conversation where so I can say, okay, well, what's on your list? Where haven't you gone that you would want to see?
Mm-hmm.
You can't even name other places because you're going off of somebody else's experience. Why don't you start a new experience and don't backtrack and do it? Why I'm a look? Why I'm gonna go to Jamaica when 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna see the whole Baltimore in Jamaica? I don't. I'm trying to get away
Everyone from okay.
from
Everyone
Baltimore.
from
If we already
New
picture
York
it
to
in the same
Virginia is in
spot.
Jamaica right now. And see that's
I'm
like
not-
when I was in Germany, people said, "Why you go over there? They hate black people." No, they don't.
That's not true.
You go to
I ain't never
Germany,
been, but I know that's not true.
them black, them German men and German men love black women. The German women love black men. Period. Point blank. Period. Point blank.
What's another one?
We get
Italy is
treated.
another one that I want to go to. I haven't never been to Italy.
Yeah.
I would like to go to Italy.
Oh yeah.
Only
Yeah. Yeah.
because from like research, I like that they have a lot of historical landmarks.
Yeah.
That's still like the same. I would love to experience that.
Go to
My
like I
thing
said,
is
go
it's
to.
about experiences, and I tell everybody like, especially if you young, like my youngest son,
Mhm.
he has no children, no nothing. I'm like,
No, gotta
babe,
go.
you got the world in the palm of your hands. You have no children. You got a good job.
Hmm.
Travel,
If you
live
go to
your life while
Germany,
you can, because like especially my boy, like oh my, well, my daughter too. They like workaholics, and I know where they get it from, right?
yeah,
But I'm like, you still have to enjoy life because I wish somebody would have told me at that age
yeah,
to explore. You're
yeah.
at the age of exploration. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to
Hmm.
explore and get out there. Don't just okay, yeah, you can go out a couple, mingle around the city, but get
Hmm.
outside of here because it's
Get
a
out.
whole world outside of Baltimore, a whole world.
You know,
Oh,
that's
Indonesia,
why.
that's different.
Yeah, that's why I say go to Germany because Switzerland is right there. And
They
Switzerland,
got them big spiders. I'm scared of Switzerland.
nah, not the whole Switzerland.
And they got kangaroos.
No, that's not Switzerland.
What is
That's
it?
Australia with the
Oh,
kangaroos.
okay. I'm sorry.
nah, it's not. Switzerland is beautiful, man. I was only there for 2 days when I was in Germany. Nah, kangaroos couldn't survive in Switzerland.
I don't play with outlook. I
It's
want
not
to
even
see it,
warm
but
enough in the summer
I
for
don't
them
play
in
with wildlife
Switzerland.
too tough.
Nah, it's not even warm enough in the summer in Switzerland for kangaroos. Them niggas will die by
Let me
August.
tell you, if that's a kangaroo, they got that. Y'all might as well this young like what happened to Chanel? She just fainted and passed all the way out, and she ain't gonna make it big no time soon because the kangaroo.
Yeah, cause see, me and my brother Dwelle, we talk about overseas all because he's been to places I hadn't been. I've been to places he hadn't been, but we all come to the same thing. When you go to another country, you get so much love. Now
Mm,
here in the United States, they make it seem like you're black and you're no good. You go over there, it's totally different.
right.
Yeah, you go to Ice. I want to go to Iceland too.
You want to go
Iceland and
on a
Greenland.
cruise? You can go.
Iceland and Greenland.
You want to go?
Yeah,
This will be
I want to
cruise.
go.
It's a cruise though.
I don't care.
Oh, all right.
I rather take a cruise and fly.
Everybody, we going to Iceland next year.
I'll go.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Next.
I
Oh,
want to
our
go to
birthdays.
Iceland.
Look, our birthday's close. Next birthday trip.
Yeah, 2 weeks apart. We can
Boom.
have a part,
Iceland.
shall I say? We can have a part. I want to go to Iceland. I want to go to Greenland. I've almost went to Norway. Cause Norway's right up. Just keep going up past Maine. You hit Norway. Norway. I heard Norway is dope too. I've
That's
been to
what we doing.
Canada. No, I'm dead. I'm dead ass for real.
Everybody else said we're gonna be cold as shit. That's all. That's okay because
No,
we gonna see the world,
it's
Craig.
not in the summer. In the summertime, it's like 70
It's like
something, 80
spring. It's
degrees.
like fall,
It's
spring.
like yeah. It's like yeah.
It's not cold.
No,
Put
it's
a
not
jacket
cold.
on. Why everybody? Can I ask y'all a question? How come every time people talk about going somewhere, why everybody gotta be naked? Why do it gotta be 110,000 degrees? I don't like being hot. Do y'all
I
understand
don't
that?
like being hot. I don't like being hot. I
I
don't like
don't
being
want to
cold.
go somewhere where it's gonna be 120 degree weather and I gotta be miserable in desert heat and
50
humidity.
to 75 is my range.
I'm
50 to
with you on that.
75.
Give me
50 to
somewhere that's
75.
cool, that's fall all
Mhm.
year round. Listen, I'm
Oh,
there.
yeah. For
I don't mind the beaches. First of all, I can't fucking swim. You seen that little video with Jessica? Did I send it to you? I am Jessica.
I'm Jessica. That video, poor Jessica, no.
Where's Jessica? Where's the lifeguard? Jessica can swim. Jessica,
Jessica
stand up.
dead. Jessica
And
dead.
them little waves had Jessica in the choke.
They out there trying to save her. Jessica dead.
That would be me. I ain't no rush for
I
no.
think I watched that like 5 times. But yeah, I'm down for real. Next year, shoot, hell yeah,
All right,
me too. I'm down for that. Iceland, shoot, cruise, let's go. Yeah, I'm down for that. Yeah, we need to travel more. We need to get out more. Don't go to places that everyone else like. Don't Atlanta, go to Atlanta. Everybody goes to Atlanta. Don't go to Miami. Everybody goes to Miami. Don't.
But watch Three Body Problems on
I'm
Netflix.
watching it
Tell
tonight.
me what y'all
When we
think.
get off of here, I'm watching it.
Also watch The Unexplained. I'm gonna watch the last 4 episodes.
Yeah, that 5th one is deep. Literally.
I'm watching tonight.
It's about this lake. It's deep. And I don't
All right,
mean
let's
deep
do
from
this.
the lake. Yeah.
We're gonna actually watch. We're gonna finish it. We're gonna do the first hour. We'll do an open discussion for next week on that. On the review. Watch the Rico cases. I want to do like at least 20 minutes on that because I swear to God, I can't make that shit up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Watch that. We're gonna do
I
that,
have.
and then second half open discussion, whatever y'all want to talk about. So if it's something that y'all want us to talk about, send it to us.
Hit us up.
So we can
Hit her up or hit me up.
do
Either way.
the itinerary.
Yeah, hit her
But
up or hit me up. We're always looking for ideas.
if y'all see a chrome helmet, don't put it on your head. It's
Don't
the
put it on your
alien.
head.
But it looked really cool because the first one they was in a desert and it was a man and she touched it. He's like, "Don't you touch me! I am king something something." And she was like, "Oh wow, cool." And she was because she didn't realize she thinking it's a game, and she's like, "Oh, you're a character, a player for you." So he was like, "Don't touch me." What is your name? I guess. I was like, "What?" But I'm
you know what?
That helmet was serious.
Like we talked about off air, and we might have said at the top of the hour. That's why I say when they do let themselves be known, we are gonna be okay.
Okay,
because they're watching everything going on.
The Ricky Hicks Jr. Sports Podcast on YouTube. You can find Bosco there.
They're going on 11 o'clock tonight.
They're 11 o'clock p.m. Go to
tonight.
YouTube, the Richie Hicks Jr. Podcast.
Yep.
There you go.
11 o'clock. Come on the show. Yo.
I would do a live like the championship when the championship game come on.
Okay.
In a couple of weeks. We could do a live one on that one. Now I would do a live review while watching the game.
All right. Either way.
We're gonna do that.
Hell yeah. How much time we got? Oh, we still got a little time left. All right, man. All right.
So watch that review. I get with you because she's supposed to be watching something too, and she ain't watching nothing.
No, Ju's supposed to be on here. She's supposed to be on here. Forget that for the win. Shout out to soccer. Yeah, South Carolina did.
She said that's today. I'm old. No, it's a really even. They're not on that long. They usually go on from like 30 minutes to an hour tops, if that. They usually not on that long. Wendy, y'all sports show.
Oh no, usually 30 minutes, maybe an hour.
But it's always you can always catch the replay on YouTube. Also, if you catch this on a replay on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe to Casual Convo.
Always. Come on the show one day, Wendy. You're welcome. Everyone's welcome to come on the show. For real.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I was going to say something.
You love me.
Who you talking to me?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I do.
Oh, you don't want to say it 'cause- you don't want to say it. You don't want to say it publicly.
Then anybody think we're dating, and all the men that's trying to holler at you
Everybody
leave
think
you
we
alone.
dating anyway. Everybody think people think I go with girl. Everybody think me and Jay Daniel dating. Everybody, listen. I
See, I might
let
have
the
some women
world
looking
tell
at.
it. My
I
little
might have some women
sister.
looking at me. I'm like, man, he done confessed his love
Oh,
to her.
oh, you think I'm
Forget
a
that nigga.
crank this out?
And forget that nigga. He be
Love.
fronting.
I
He be
knew.
fronting.
I
That
knew.
nigga be fronting.
Oh yeah, because my
He
aunt loves
lying.
you. She be like, that Bosco, he is comical. He tickles me. Like what?
Let me see. I'll go to check it. What I'm going to do on the show. I'm not a big sport. No, we talking about come on this show right here. That's what I was talking about. Come on this show one day. You know.
So I'm gonna say it for you, y'all. Bosco really low key love me as his homegirl, as his friend, as his sissy pop. Because listen, I don't play
He
about him.
is.
He done had me ready to catch a flight to North Carolina several days. Who? That be me. Who did it?
Hey, we done met up twice. One
He be
time
like,
in
who?
Baltimore. One time
She be like,
now
he
in
like, no,
Baltimore.
I'm good, I'm good, I'm good.
In Baltimore, her and Tiffany, her and her friend left me hanging.
Because you
They
was
left
looking
me
like a
hanging.
tourist. You ain't know how to act in public. I was like, what? Fuck away from here. No, you not. You know, like, take up. Put the fucking camera down. We in downtown. You supposed to get us got.
It's funny because that night after I left Joe, I forgot where the hell I parked my car. I was like, "What the hell I parked my damn car?" I remember I parked in the parking garage, so I'm walking around like, "Hey, where the hell I parked my car?" So I was like, "I hope I put Find My Car on my phone." So I looked at my phone and said, "Find My Car." I said, "Okay." I had walked like a good 30 minutes away from my car. After y'all left me, I was out there like a
You didn't know
whole
you
damn
better
hour.
walk closely where you can get to it, where you can skedaddle right to it.
It was a whole damn hour after I left y'all before I found my car. I was just walking around. I was like,
I think we went out after that. We went somewhere. That was when me and Tiff was out in these streets, honey.
y'all was out there.
You got the time.
I gotta
Oh,
I gotta send you the video. Maybe we could put it on next week
what?
when we was in there. I still got the video of
Oh, when she started twerking on the waiter.
I don't know if I got that one, but I definitely know I got the part when I picked up that damn rough ass toilet tissue or that
It was
paper that
not
they gave.
toilet tissue. It was crab paper for your
Crab
crab.
paper, whatever it's called. I know I got that video. I gotta see if I got the one where she's. I gotta look. But I know I got that video and I got that picture we all took together. Yeah, put it
I
on.
don't know,
We'll
but
show
to
next week.
anybody in Louisiana, I'm gonna be in Louisiana next month. So
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, now you say it's a 20. What day is it? 26, 27, 28? What is it?
22nd through 25th.
22nd. Okay. Let them know tomorrow.
Yep.
Yep. I'll be there.
Well, we gonna be. See, I told you he loved me. We gonna be in Louisiana.
Yep. So anybody, or Samika said she's gonna be there, right? Or
Yeah.
she said she's gonna try to show up.
I already put her on point that we coming.
All right, cool. Cause me and her been trying to meet up like, oh, for the Lord. Every time I come through Louisiana, the first time I came through, they had the ice storm, so we couldn't link up. The next time I came through, I had family, and they were like, man, I want to hurry up and get there.
I'm gonna have to come down there.
What, Louisiana?
Oh, where you at? And
Ain't nothing here.
and leave.
Trust me, ain't nothing here.
Oh, when I come through, it's gonna be popping.
Ain't nothing here. When I mean ain't nothing here, that's why whenever I'm off, I get. And I know people in Asheville say he always putting Asheville down. Why he's still here? I'm here because I ain't got the money to move to where I want to move yet. But don't worry, y'all. I'll be out of this town soon.
We still gotta go back and see Lamont. Y'all gotta tell us where y'all want us to come.
Lamont's always Lamont's always free. Every time I went down there, as long as you get there after 5 o'clock when he get off work, he's free. Because I be going out like, yo, Lamont, I'm at work right now. Just hold up. I'll be like, all right. Then I always forget.
And Lamont always says, "Send me your itinerary." Why she say,
Yeah.
"Girl, bye, what happened?" Russell Street, what?
That's Richie Hicks right there.
Put him on speaker.
All right.
He's live.
Hold on a second. Nah, I think I hung him up. Hold on a second.
How you don't know how to work your phone? That must be a Samsung.
Nah, I hung him up because I was.
Android.
Let's see. Yeah, what up, man? You on speaker? You on Casual Convo show right now?
Don't interrupt us.
What up, Casual Convo?
Hey,
hear me?
Richie.
Yeah, bro, I hear you.
Don't be interrupting us no more. It's like we can ready to go.
Hey, she's the one that said put you on speaker, man.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, because people just asking about the show. She was yeah, you're right, Wendy. Biltmore house is only, but it's a home, yeah. He was just saying how people want to come on the show, the Richie Hicks show. Was like, yeah, 11 o'clock. Because J-Beg, he talking about the Ravens.
Yeah, we got Chris is gonna be on the show too.
Okay.
When?
Yes, happy
Tonight?
Chris.
Chris Dixon always be on the show now.
Like on there?
Yeah.
He had to be a part of something. He just want to be
Chris,
He want to be like me.
We did one night. We had a show. Chris came on. Had to do a show right behind it because him and Zappy were getting into it.
He went in with Zappy.
Yeah, they were debating.
So Chris want to be me so bad. Let me
Hey yo, hey let me close the show right quick because we at the 2-hour mark. Hold on a second. You mean close the show?
Yeah, we was about to kiki like we wasn't even on.
Anyway, we're gonna close the show, y'all. Casual Convo. So check us out every Wednesday from 8 to 10 p.m. Every Wednesday, as I said, we talk about everything. We had a Casual Convo, so you have a tough convo. Shouts out to Jay Bear, Wendy, Paul, Jude, Lisa, who showed her face in the place again. Richie Hicks, who's on the phone right now. Check me out 6 to 8 p.m. on handrail.org. I'm playing all the music. Next week, I'm going funk style. We're gonna rock the funk next week.
I don't know what I'm doing next week, but I'm gonna be here.
We're gonna do something next week on this show too. For Rich behind the boards, I'm Boscoe from the Bronx. For Coco, who's in the bit, I do love her. She know I do. That's my dog right there. I said it.
Oh, it's
now all the women who like me, y'all can still like me. But yo, we are out till next week. Skeet, 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 skeet.
Don't you say that no more. Call my phone when it's go off.
Yeah, out of here. Hang us up, Rich. Show's over.